Welcome to Ask the Edmonds Cop and Sergeant Holly. We're going to talk about the most popular questions we've had.
Let me guess, traffic.
That seems to be the majority. Actually, no, not all of them.
No, it was about an even split.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
actually kind of surprised
Yeah.
when you
when
we looked
at
this idea.
Yeah, and we looked at the various YouTube views we got on all of these and decided. And the reason we're doing this is because we get people all the time who say, "Why don't you have a question about the roundabout or about Five Corners or about, something else?" And the truth is that we've already answered that question. But
the roundabout like 6 times.
yeah,
Yes.
people forget, and so we thought we'd just quickly run through the top 5 that we've had questions about. So let's start with
We're calling this the Greatest Hits Volume
greatest.
1.
Yes, and we may have more
Yeah.
as we continue on. So the first one, noise complaints. What was that? What was the synopsis of noise complaints?
Okay, so noise complaints, we talked about construction noise, very common.
Yep.
2 types of construction noise. One, home improvement that you or your neighbor are doing. You're building a deck or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's good 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week.
Right.
The other type is new construction, which you got someone building a house next door, they bulldozed, whatever.
Yeah.
Building townhouses, see that a lot.
Yes.
Much more restrictive. Weekdays, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 10 to 6, no on Sundays and holidays. And then the other thing we talked about was just general noise complaints about your neighbors, garage band, loud party, that sort of stuff. And to encapsulate it, it's a no-no after 10 p.m.
Right.
So that kind of takes care of noise complaints.
Very good. Yeah, this
We're
is
trying
efficient.
we're trying to get 5-minute segments into
Down into 30 seconds or so.
seconds here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we will post links to the actual full segments if you want to
Yeah.
catch up. So right turns on 9th Avenue.
Okay, so that one came up especially after they restriped at Walnut.
Right.
And so you can go straight north and south in both lanes, but the right-hand one is also a turn lane.
Yeah.
And the issue was, okay, somebody's going to make a left turn, they expect the right turn lane to be an only,
Yes.
and we get a traffic accident. So word to the wise, you can go straight in both lanes, and then we talked about down at 9th and Main, because it's a similar intersection,
Same
not
idea,
striped the
yeah.
same thing, but if you're going to make a right turn there, it has to be from the closest lane to the curb, and then so it kind of confuses people.
Yeah.
So that was our discussion with that.
Okay. And then my very favorite, which I swear I get asked every other week about, is, U-turns, whether those are legal, and then kind of folding into that is, when you're driving around the fountain and what you should do as a driver and what you should do as a pedestrian. So.
Okay, so U-turns, legal unless otherwise posted, unless you can't make it safely. So you can't do a U-turn in the middle of the road in front of somebody and cause a collision.
Okay.
That's kind of a no-brainer.
Yep.
Or on a curved portion of the roadway or at the crest of a hill.
Okay.
Those are the times you cannot make a U-turn.
Okay.
Otherwise, they're legal.
Okay.
Okay. The fountain, we've covered this, I don't know how many times now. The fountain is a 4-way stop. There
Not a
are
roundabout.
posted stop signs. There is a fountain in the middle that you go around. It's posted. It's got the sign that shows you circle around the fountain. So no immediate turns to the left. You have to go around to get to that lane. And please just stop, look for pedestrians, look for other cars. It's very busy intersection. We want people to just slow down, stop. A couple seconds isn't going to make that big a deal on your journey.
And if you're a pedestrian, you need to be aware as well.
Absolutely. Because there are people that confuse it and, seem to think it's a yield instead of a stop sign. So if you're coming, it needs to be on both sides.
Yeah. Okay, good. Very good. All right, and then we get into some of the non-traffic issues, protecting your car from a break-in.
Yeah, so vehicle prowls, very common complaint we get, and they come in spells. We get 6 of them in one neighborhood overnight because somebody hit 6 different cars.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way it works. They're usually not isolated incidents. So number 1 rule: don't leave valuables in your car, especially in plain view.
Right.
So that it's just attracting someone to your car if they're going to look in it. Lock your car doors. Don't see as many broken car windows anymore. A lot of it's just find an unlocked car door and start rummaging through.
Yeah.
Especially valuables, we're talking about like computers, checkbooks, your purse, identifying documents, those sorts of things. If you have to go someplace and you have valuables, lock them in your trunk.
Right. Okay. Good. And then finally, preventing burglaries.
Okay. We tried to clear up one big misconception in that segment, and that was that most of them happen at night, which is not true. A lot of the burglaries, in fact, most of them are daytime. And the reality is the burglar wants to show up when people are not home. More likely, you're not home during the day if you're out working.
Yeah.
So they want to get in, get your stuff, and get out, and they want nothing to do with the homeowner, and consequently nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
So one tip and something we see is you get a knock at the door, and something's not right. Hey, I'm looking for Joe, and you know Joe doesn't live at your house. Something just seems off, or maybe you think they're selling something that, I'm not buying this. We want you to call.
Okay.
And let us know, because that may be someone casing the neighborhood. We've had some incidents where people don't want to go to the door, and I get it, you don't know who's at the door, and there's a knock, and then hello, nothing, and then the next thing you know, they're having to call 911 because someone's kicking in their back door. Yeah. Because they thought nobody was home. So we don't want to tell people, hey, go answer your door for perfect strangers. If you're not comfortable with that, great, I get that. But we would encourage people to at least make it known that somebody's home, even if you through the door, hey, what is it that you want? Oh, I'm looking for Joe. Well, Joe doesn't live here, and then get on the phone and call us. Okay. Because that's kind of strange behavior, and that might be someone casing the neighborhood.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great. All right. Well, that does it for our greatest hits. We'll go on to
Volume
the next volume 1, and stay tuned for
it's like
volume 2,
a mixtape of our greatest hits.
All right. Join us again soon for another episode of Ask the Edmonds Cop.